It's high-tech science now, but doctors have been searching for new weapons in the war against cancer for more than 2,000 years. There are even records of Hippocrates, yes, the famous Greek doctor with the oath named after him, discussing a mysterious disease in 300 BC. The strategies have evolved ever since. The typical approach to cancer today starts small.
This is where we start. This is brain tissue. This tissue is cut by the residents in the OR Path Lab.
The prepared tissue is embedded in paraffin and placed into a cassette. It is then taken to a device called a microtome, where it is sliced incredibly thin.
So it's cut on the microtome, 4 microns.
The tissue samples are then collected, stained, and sent to the doctor for analysis to determine if the tissue is cancerous. Multiple tissue samples from a single patient are common.
They may have to sample margins. They may have to sample more of that tumor. They may have to go 10 cassettes because they need to go every centimeter, every 2 or 3 centimeters. They want to make sure everything's randomly selected so they don't miss anything. We treat every single one of these patients as if it's our mother, our father, our son, our brother. You know, we know what these patients go through. Some of us have been on this end, so we know what it's like. We don't consider this just a job. We consider these part of our family and try to do the very best job that we can that gives that pathologist something to read so that they can tell that patient bad news or good news.
And that sample goes in here. It's one tube, one sample goes in, and that's what is sequenced from this entire cartridge.
Now, doctors are on the cusp of a new cancer-fighting strategy that goes even smaller, because the cutting edge of cancer treatment today is in decoding a patient's DNA. That's right, deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. The molecule that is found in the nucleus of a cell and contains the entire set of instructions for an organism to develop, survive, and reproduce is part of a groundbreaking effort to fight cancer.
You take a DNA sample from, say, a person's blood, if you're doing a human, and from that DNA sample you can sequence their entire genomic structure.
The entire structure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I guess a partial is you're only doing...
If you wanted to look at one gene, say a gene that is known to be involved in a certain disease.
Okay.
And this is the all-important piece.
And what is that?
This is the flow cell. This is where the sample that you want to sequence will be loaded, and it's flowed across this cell.
This machine at Wake Forest University Baptist Medical Center can sequence a person's complete set of DNA, which is called a genome, in a few hours. Doctors believe if you can find the DNA sequence of the cancerous tissue, you can find a medicine that will attack the specific type of cancer and not only stop it from spreading, but also ultimately destroy it.
And in this flow cell, we can do about 400 million DNA sequencing reactions. And out of those 400 million sequencing reactions, there are actually what we call DNA clusters. And each one of those clusters will produce a DNA sequence. Say in the case with cancer, what we would be doing is we'd be sequencing the normal genome of an individual. We might get that normal genome, say, from a white blood cell. Or if we want to compare the cancer that was in a particular organ, we might get normal tissue from that organ. And then we get the DNA from the tumor tissue. And then we sequence both of those genomes, the normal genome and then with the tumor genome. And then we look for the genetic differences between those two genomes.
Doctors are looking at the molecular level for cancer treatment because, ultimately, at its most basic level, cancer is caused when there is an error in the copying of the genetic sequence in the DNA. Doctors say tailoring a person's therapy to a specific mutation could lead to a dramatic rethinking of cancer treatment.
So I think what our goal is to find drugs that significantly enhance survival of patients without causing a side effect that would be too unpleasant.
The program is called Precision Medicine.
It allows us, by dissecting the genetic makeup, by reading it multiple times, to identify what really confers this particular tumor its growth advantage, and why is this tumor so resistant to other drugs. By doing this kind of analysis, we have our first segue into finding drugs that are very specific for a given tumor types, that are more likely to be effective and are much more likely to be less damaging to the patient, because they will be targeted towards this Achilles heel of the tumor, not the general growth of all cells in the body, which is really what chemotherapy is all about.
Doctors say precision medicine offers new treatment options for patients who have few options. Say they've been treated for cancer and it has returned, or it's a rare form of cancer. The program also offers new possibilities for the development of drugs for specific patients.
So knowing exactly what mutations are present in a cell can give you some clues as to exactly which ones are driving its growth.
Doctors say tailoring a person's therapy to a specific mutation could lead to a dramatic rethinking of cancer treatment.
And so the ability to tailor a patient's therapy to the mutational components of their cancer, not necessarily the way we've done for years, which is you have liver cancer, you get chemotherapy X, you have leukemia, you get chemotherapy Y, but rather to say, you have a mutation in gene X, you have a mutation in gene X, we're going to give you both chemotherapy Y. That's, I think, a really paradigm-changing development that's happened in oncology, and it's very exciting. I think it's in its early days, and every time we discover another mechanism that it uses to evade our therapies, it just never ceases to amaze me how insidious a disease it really is. And it takes advantage of all the instructions that enabled you to go from a single-cell fertilized egg to an adult human being. All of the possible tricks that it took you to do that amazing thing, it has at its disposal to get around our therapies.